Wow, what an intro. It's great to have the group that are staying with us at the moment. St. Teresa's in Aspley doing our intro to Extraordinary. And of course, if you're up on retreat, then you can do the same. And I think it's probably really good that we had somebody different and lots of different people doing that introduction, because of course this week's word that we're looking at is individuality, celebrating what makes us special and unique. You know, God created us all equal, but not all the same. And actually, in the various different ways we express who we are, we're showing all the different amazing things that God has brought into the world. So this week, really do think about how you can show that individuality. And I think looking at our saints and looking at our feast days, we're going to have lots of opportunity to do that. So Sunday, of course, 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, it's not just ordinary this time because, of course, it's Remembrance Sunday, the 11th of the 11th. And on that day, we remember, particularly this year, the centenary of the end of the First World War. If you have a look around at some of the incredible tributes and memorials that have been presented, one of the most powerful is where individual figures representing all of the individual soldiers that died have been created and laid out so that you can really understand all of the individual lives that were lost in the war. It's powerful because I think when we see big numbers and hear about big things, we forget that each one of those numbers is an individual person, loved and created by God, and worth remembering, worth celebrating, worth giving thanks for. So this Sunday, wear your poppy with pride, really reflect on what it is their sacrifice, all those individuals, have given us today. The freedom to be ourselves, the freedom to express ourselves, the freedom to live our lives and to celebrate our own individuality. It's absolutely incredible. If you have a look right now, we're going to show you some footage we took at the weekend of a school in Derby. We went to visit them. There's going to be a big video on Tuesday talking a bit more about Remembrance Day and about how that impacts on our week. And you can see their incredible poppy that they made out of all of their school uniforms. Each and every one of those individual students coming together to create a collective image. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? Looks really, really cool. And again, it just goes to show that when we as individuals come together and we celebrate who we are and give thanks for what's enabled us to be those people, we really do create something powerful for the world to see. Speaking of which, this week you're going to see some awesome saints, and I've got a bit of a challenge for you. We've got some really interesting saints this week, and I want you to go away and just pick one of those individuals, and as a class or a form or just on your own, try and find out a bit about their individual life stories. Post your comments underneath, and that way we can share those individual stories and what connects with you in your life. And of course, that's the thing about the saints. So many different people, so many different individuals, all of whom we can learn something about in terms of the way we live our lives and live out our faith. On Saturday, we've got a really, really big feast as well. St. Hugh of Lincoln. He's a really important dude because he's actually the patron saint of our diocese. It's another individual that you need to find out about and find out a bit more about why we chose him to be a patron of our entire diocese, which where many of you are watching from right now. This week, most importantly, remember to remember, because it's a really important time of year to do that. And remember to be individual. Be yourself, be the person God made you to be. God does not make mistakes, and He chose to make you the way He did. So celebrate that and share that with the world. Have a good week.